This is Smithy.tv.
All right. We are in the studio yet again, Sue, which I've noticed I actually start almost every show with that, which is kind of sad and pathetic. I need like a new intro.
Yeah.
Well, we're still excited to be here.
We
are.
That's why we're like, we're at the studio.
We're excited to be alive
Yeah.
in the studio.
It seems like a great time to do that whole big Muppets thing where the very special guest star, Kelly McCormack.
Good thing we got that out of the way.
Been wanting to do that for a while.
Good. I'm glad I was here for that.
Everybody's on board with the Muppets.
Yeah.
Totally, and that's
Yeah.
not bad. Now, in case you guys didn't see it, unless you guys were watching the broadcast, which is now live, by the way, at Smithy.tv, and you just go to the live tab, apparently.
Which you would learn if you watched the last one that we
Yeah.
recorded that just went up today with Natalie.
That's right. Hilarious episode, by the way. Hilarious. Natalie had a great time.
I'm still a
No
little
pressure,
sore.
Kelly.
No, I'll say something stupid. Don't worry.
Yes.
Something stupid will come
Takes
out.
the onus completely off of me. Although I guarantee there'll be something.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, Kelly McCormack, of course, is a screenwriter, actor. You're like everywhere. You're like a model. You do everything. Right?
I don't know if I call myself a model, but okay.
Oh, I saw some of the pictures on your site.
Posed for some
Okay,
photographs.
this is what happened with that. I like started, like some photographers approached me and they're like, can I take a photo of you? And I was like, I'm an actor. Yes, you can. Duh. And then I just like started working with photographers, and I think photographers are interested in maybe working with people who kind of like emote quite a bit.
Oh,
Not to say that models are cardboard. That's not what I'm saying.
not allowed.
So you've already offended like one demographic, and it's been like 2 seconds.
Yes.
They're probably not watching our show.
No. Models don't watch
Hey.
it.
Fine.
But yeah, no, I guess that's true. I just feel so uncomfortable when people are like, you're a model. I'm like, no.
No, not really.
I emote.
I emote on camera, and it's still sometimes. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I've done some modeling. Okay, fine. Okay.
Wait, well, yeah, having seen your site, yeah, there's some good pictures out there.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Just that's good. That's people
I
go to my
photograph
site.
well.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. I know you people watching at home, I'm not actually that good looking. It just looks
He's
that way
lying.
because of the camera.
It's fine.
It's amazing. I got nothing. Now, in case you did miss it, we are going to, of course, start with our most famous and popular question. The question that literally defines our show, I think.
Yeah.
Your all-time favorite movie.
The Labyrinth. Jump, magic jump. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually on my iPod, I believe.
You know,
The soundtrack, I mean.
I like when she's like in the forest, and then
Mm-hmm.
those like orange creatures are like,
The Fire Eyes.
you can have a
Yeah.
good time. Na, 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 na. It's all this like the music in that show is out of control.
Right?
So good. And everyone always asks me now that like I write movies. People are like, "What is your favorite film?" And then I have to think of like something really.
Battleship Potemkin.
I have to think, and it's always like The Labyrinth, The Dark Crystal,
Right.
The
Nothing wrong with
Shining,
those.
West Side Story, and Sound of Music, or like stuff like
Why
that.
are those bad choices? None of those are bad choices.
No, none of them. They're all excellent
They are
choices.
all excellent
But then they're like waiting for the Oscar winner,
Yeah,
you know? And I'm
exactly.
like, I don't know.
Gandhi.
The Shining, like that's a great film. They make documentaries about The Shining and all that stuff. So anyway, but the Labyrinth is like it's like
I love
comfort food.
Labyrinth.
I watch it twice a year. And Jesus Christ Superstar 2 is super good.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Musicals. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
I did that one, and no, I did Godspell. That's what we did. It was Godspell.
Oh God! Don't confuse those two.
No, I don't
Godspell
wanna get
is
slapped.
horrible. Jesus Christ Superstar is like amazing. Yeah.
We actually studied JC Superstar in like high school or
Really?
something.
Well,
Like,
it's
this fall.
it's a feat of filmmaking as
Yeah.
well. Like that Norm Jerusalem movie. We should be very proud Canadians for that movie because that
course.
is damn good.
And we were like, oh my God, Jesus didn't get back on the bus at the end.
I know, exactly.
What happened to Jesus?
The metaphor. Oh, we're supposed to think about that. Meanwhile, I'm just like thinking about like the rocking, you know, like.
Let's hear Judas again.
Yeah. Oh, Judas. Carl Anderson. I got to meet him actually.
Did you?
Yeah, and he hit on my cousin. It was so funny. And then yeah, he was like he's super I had all this thing to say to him. I was like, you changed my life. And then as I was going to go say something to him, some woman came to him, and obviously she was like a very serious Christian who wanted to tell him how like she helped her find God. And then like they had this very serious religious conversation. So then my like I love you, Carl Anderson thing didn't seem like that great after that, because she was like, you changed my life. then they blessed each other, and it was super weird.
And you're like,
And I'm like, well, Jesus! I'm like wanting to like throw down with him, and he's just like wanted to talk about God, so it was really awkward. Anyway, long story. We're already the tangents are already
See, but
Yeah.
tangents make the show.
good because that's
those
all
aren't-
I am.
These are things that aren't going to come up in your regular little chats. Or
Nope,
interviews,
no one's
right?
gonna talk about the time that I was not feeling like holy enough to talk to Carl Anderson. I was like, I'm not holy enough. I can't talk to him. My cousin's like, just go talk to him. I'm like, I love you. And then Carl Anderson turned to my cousin, and he was like,
How you doing?
how you doing? What? Anyway, it was really intense.
Now, you, of course, just had a hilarious little film.
Mhm.
I can't remember even what festival it was at anymore because
At
they all
the
just blur.
Canadian Film Festival.
Yeah,
it
Play
won
the movie.
Mhm. Well, it's actually called Play the Film,
Play
just
the
so you
Film,
know,
Play the
because
Movie,
Play the
yeah.
Movie was taken.
It was taken.
Yeah.
That's right. Because
Yep.
I went to Twitter that today. I'm like, wait, what was it again?
It was originally called Play,
Yeah.
and then somehow miraculously, I like found the domain name Play the Film, and it was still available. What? And then Play on its own became like a Googling disaster, so we changed it to Play the Film, and that's why. But yeah, we had our Canadian we've played all over the world, like all over the place.
Yeah, you guys did very well in Berlin, right?
Berlin,
You
we
guys
went.
swept.
Yeah, we went to Berlin. We went to. It's won like awards in almost every festival it's been in. It's like won 7 awards in 9 festivals, which is
Wow.
banana pants. Like it's just banana pants. And then it hadn't had a Canadian premiere yet. And Canadian festivals were like not. I was like, come on, this is Canadian
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Christian Brune. I just plug him all the time because he's like famous now.
He's so awesome.
He's so awesome, and I was getting famous, and I'm always like, Christian Brune's my movie. Does anyone know that? He's also my co-producer. Does anyone know that? But anyway, so it had our Canadian premiere at the Canadian Film Festival, and we won the like Audience Choice Award,
Yeah.
which was
Yeah.
we sold out. It was like 400 people came to see.
It was really funny.
Thanks.
I really liked it. I mean,
Thanks.
when I first heard the blurb, I won't lie, I was like, is this gonna be like noises off? What are we
Yeah, that's
talking
kind of we
here?
get referred to that. Yeah.
And then I'm watching it going, this is just freaking hilarious. Because I mean, especially with your character, how she's so method that she's like an uber bitch all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And then they have the dueling method actors, which I thought was brilliant.
See,
and my favorite sequence.
You in your review you wrote that, and I was like, I love this guy because that's like my favorite. That scene where it's like I'm trying to be a bitch so that people in the industry will take me seriously, and then the other character thinks that I'm method acting, and he wants to method, so we like method at each other, and it's like a
so
method
good.
off, pow pow pow, pow, like lightsabers, and I wrote that scene in like I'm gonna say 10 minutes.
Wow.
I know, because I'll tell you why. Because it was just like a fury. Like one person's trying to describe how good they are. Oh, we built a cabin in the woods. It's the Michael Terry cabin, and I give like all my money to AIDS awareness. And she's like, I hate babies. And I wrote it down. And then it was at 5 a.m, and it was the day before we started shooting, because that was the
No.
last scene that I wrote. The day before we started shooting, and I sent it to Alec, my director, and I was like, is this offensive? And if it is it the good offensive or the bad offensive? Because so far I've said I hate gay people, Muslims, and I like the KKK in the span of 4 sentences.
That's awesome.
Will the irony and the layers of things that are going on permit me to say something like that without people trying to kill me? So, and then Alec was like, I don't have time to read this. We're shooting tomorrow. So I was like, well, bottoms
Fine.
up. We're
Yes, we're going there.
It's in the can.
yeah, but yeah, it's not, for the record, I don't hate any of those things. That was me as my character going through some shit.
That's right.
Am I allowed to say shit?
You can
Oh,
say
yeah.
whatever.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
Yeah,
the
you
internet.
Fuck yeah, shit! Yay! Yay!
Goddamn.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a crazy film, and it's done so well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the way it happened, like the way it was made and the way we shot it, and then now it's just kind of like the weird, it's just I don't know how to say it, it's bananas. That's all I can say about
I
it.
think it's brilliant.
Thanks.
The fact that got done, and like it's not a zero budget, but it's awfully.
It's $1,000.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
Close to zero.
There's a lot of zeros in that
Yeah.
number.
But not as many as mini films.
No, not a million.
Most films
I made it
have more
for
zeros.
$5 million. This is zero budget times 6, which is still 0 because I did math in high school.
At least that much.
I was just tutoring this kid the other day, and I was trying to explain to him like what 0 times 0, like all the zeros, and he didn't get it. And I'm like, well, you're 5, so that's okay. permissible. I won't tell your mom. Anyway.
Plus 0, know how old you are now?
You don't exist. Child, you don't exist. You're an idea. Anyway, so yeah, it's been so crazy, and now we have like, you know, distribution in the works, and it's just really exciting, kind of
Very cool.
being able to choose what
Right?
to do with it. Yeah, like
That's gotta be.
yeah,
cool
it's kind of great, and I'm, you know, people are always like, how do I make my first film, and what like there's all these rules, and now I realize there's like no rules.
Just make it.
Just
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah.
My big thing I've been saying lately is make your first film when you are the most broke.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be right now.
Yeah. So make it now. Yeah, but if you make
So
your
do
film,
it.
yeah, because you make your film the most broke, then you have nothing to rely on other than the story that you're
Yep,
telling
exactly.
and the performances.
Yeah.
And so as long as you know some decent actors, and you, because then you look at your script and you're like, all right, this tracking shot that spans like 3 locations, we can just do this whole film in a hotel room.
Yeah.
And then if that's the case, if the audience just has that to look at, then you have to look at your script and go, am I saying something?
Yeah.
And even if it's a comedy, like you have to kind of know what's gonna, I don't know. So it's people are like,
You don't have anything to distract.
Yeah.
There's
And
nothing shiny that you're
Yeah.
dangling, so it has to be just the performances.
yeah. And people put me on panels and stuff, and then they'll be like, well, you need this and you need that, and I'm the worst. I'm just like, fuck that. You don't
Just make it.
just make it. And they're like, well, what? I'm like, I wrote this. I had an idea to make this film. 2 weeks later, I found like I did the. Did I tell you how? Did you guys know?
No.
Okay, so essentially what happened was like, I got laid off from this like sweet part-time job I had. And I want to say it's sweet because it was like I got to work from home, and I like managed the emails of like Seneca College.
Oh my God.
It was sweet. As an actor, it's like the most badass job. Got laid off from it, and then this theater show I was supposed to do like fell through. So
Ugh.
I went from like having 2 months of my life, like something to do, to having nothing to do. And for me, relaxation and holidays are like my personal apocalypse. I
Yeah.
cannot handle time off. I can't do it. Can't do it. So I was like, oh, I gotta do something. I guess I'll like do something. And then and then I don't know where, like people keep asking me like, when did you start writing movies? Like when did you decide this was like a thing you wanted to do? And I think I decided then that I was like,
It was Thursday night.
well, you know,
I was drizzling out.
I did like working on my English degree and stuff. Like you write a ton of essays, so there's that. And
Yeah.
that essays, I think, like when you're writing like large literary criticism papers, they're like they can be very long, like 30 pages. So I would rather write a film than that. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
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 But the discipline of that, and then I think as an actor, you read a lot of scripts. And I think in general I love telling stories. Like I'm the
Yeah.
kind of person who I'm
Totally.
like, okay, party.
I'm not getting that at all, by the way.
So
not getting
as I just talk, as I just continue to talk, I'll stop talking. Yeah, so I always like telling stories. And then I saw Ingrid Veninger's 1K Wave Challenge. Do you know this? Yeah. She was challenging filmmakers to make a feature for $1,000, and it was like 3 a.m, and I was on Facebook, and I'm like, I'm gonna do that. So then I called up some people, and I wrote a film for the month of June, and then by the end of June, my kind of career, like we didn't get chosen as one of the 5 because she chose 5 and she gave them $1,000, and we didn't get chosen. And then my creative fell through. They were like, it was just not working out. And then I called up Christian, and Christian was gonna act in me. Christian.
Method.
A method. Christian was gonna act with me in the other film, and I was like, Christian, do you want to produce a feature film? And he was like, I don't know what to do about that. Like, sure. Okay.
How hard
Okay.
can it be?
How hard? So he was like, okay, like, do we still get to act in it? I'm like, yes. So then I called up, and then I was at a party that night with my friend Danny Paget. I was like, Danny, you're my favorite actor to like work with. Do you want to be the lead of my film? And he was like, all right. I'm like, who'd you not make a film without? And he was like, Alec Toller. So I called up Alec. I'm like, hey, Alec, don't know what you do. He's like, I'm a director. I'm like, great. You're going to direct my film. Who can you recommend? He's like, Rob Wiggin, called up Rog, called up people, and then just kind of made
Nice.
these like referrals.
Yep.
So that we assembled all these people. And then I went and I assembled comedy people. It just happened to be comedy. Happened to be theater people. So I was like, oh, it's a comedy about theater. So then I wrote it in 2 weeks for like 15 hours a day, and then we shot it on the first day, like the last day I finished it. And it was like silly.
Wow.
But, you know, we're in this community. It's like you have these people who have confidence in you,
Yeah.
and you also I assembled a group of people where it's like if she's in this project or he's in this project, then I know I'm confident.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
And
how
everybody
it
was tied to everybody else in some
Yeah.
way. So
And I
even
was
if
also-
people had never worked with you before, they worked with somebody who has. And then,
Yeah, and also I knew we were shooting in one location, and I knew that we were which actors I was writing for, and so I basically you're
That's-
very social.
That's Smithy TV tweeting the fact that we're live right
Oh.
We're live.
Smithy
So is
TV.
the feed working?
But yeah, so it was bananas, and
That's so cool.
it's cool, and I think the cabin fever in which I wrote the film really plays into the nature of it. Like it's a weird. People are like, "That was so funny," but that was so weird. I'm like, I'm pretty much very strange.
That's totally me.
That's totally me.
That's how my life was at that point.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had nothing to do
I
with
don't
it.
have any like I eat so much smart food popcorn, and I just like, and now everyone's like, "What kind of films do you make? Like, what kind of movies do you make?" I'm like, I don't fucking know. Like the ones
Whatever I
I
want
can.
to do.
No, what
Yeah.
the ones I physically can make. Like my next film, like was just like people who I know I can make this film with, and that was what it was required for that. So I'm like a gun for hire right now.
Oh, I like the sound of that because
Yeah.
I'm working on scripts and your
See?
your email will be going ding ding.
You
ding.
may call me.
'Cause I just finished my
She may turn
second
everything
one.
into a
Really
song.
nice.
Yeah, and because I'm taking film and television production,
Mm-hmm.
so one of the things that is in the curriculum for the course is that you have to write a script, and if you're really lucky, you can shoot your if you have time and stuff, you can shoot your script. So I literally cranked this one out in the space of less than a day because I know exactly what I want.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
less than 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
That's what's this one will be like 2.5, I think at most. I'm like,
Cool.
okay. Boom, and I already emailed the guy, said, I want you for this. And he's like, well, okay, let me read it. And I'm like, I get that he might be busy, so I'm talking about Mike Donis.
These are actors.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
Hate actors.
I hate him. That's not true. Mike's awesome, and he's got a little...
Just like babies.
he's got- I hate babies.
They have schedules and part-time jobs
I know,
and
right?
lives, and they go to the bar.
I'm asking for 6 hours of his life. I'm sure I can shoot this thing in 6 hours. I guarantee
If he's any
I
good,
can.
Yeah.
it can be less than that.
Less than that.
Because the real challenge our prof has made is that that there's so many people and so much technology out there to shoot with now.
Yeah.
He's like, people are shooting with smartphones and stuff. I'm like, let's see. I'm like, I got a smartphone. I can shoot
Yeah.
on a smartphone.
I don't know anything about actual movie making, to be honest.
I've got apps up.
All
to
I know is that people show
Google
up
it.
and they show up with their gear, and then
And
I
they're ready to go.
feed them, and then I say, make it work. And I just tell people to
does.
show up with people who know what they're doing. And then
See?
it involves like electrons bouncing off of something.
Yeah,
But I know how to produce and write and act.
See?
But the directing and the other stuff, I just do not
I
know.
love the directing. I love directing and I love editing. I love both of them.
Those are both the things I don't.
I love
I like
See, you guys are
see the same
already
thing.
on
I like producing, writing, acting, and then I love publicity. As you
Right?
probably might have
Yeah.
seen,
too.
love publicity, and I love doing I love doing artwork, or I just love being a bit of like a media hound.
Mhm.
I feel like some people when you look, this is gonna sound so strange, but I love just being able to like understand how the internet works and like how certain waves of social media work. I think that's a good talent for people to have.
Oh yeah, especially nowadays.
Yeah.
Like finding out the play is a Google nightmare.
Yeah. There you go. I just like informed the people too. I was like, Christian, Alec, we've changed the film's name. They're like, all right. I'm like, just so you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys are you're working on a new one now called Barn Wedding.
Barn Wedding, yeah. Another strange way that film was made.
Okay.
So if that is that your question?
Yeah,
Nate?
no,
Okay.
I need to know. I
Yeah.
need to know like the story.
All of it.
all
Okay.
yeah.
So, Sean Benson, who's a very well-known Canadian actor
Okay.
and Meisner teacher. Do you guys know what I mean by Meisner?
Nope.
No, Meisner's this like famous acting teacher, method maker person. He's one of the methods of the methods
One
of the
of
methods.
those
One of those methods, yeah.
guys.
And it's actually
Methodites. I like to call
Methodites.
them.
He's Methadonian.
Yeah. Meisner's like rolling over his grave. So Sean Benson is my Meisner teacher, and he had this idea that he wanted to develop a script through Meisner technique.
Okay.
And Meisner technique, it's really hard to explain, but essentially it's about like two people in the room just really listening and seeing each other back and forth, and it involves repeating. I don't know what else to say about it, but
Okay.
it involves like just noticing the other person going back and forth. And through the repeating, you kind of can develop these characters or these stories just by watching two people really see each other. Like you start seeing relationships. And every time I'm in class with him, I'm always like, oh my God, you guys were brothers, and it's the first time we've seen each other after this. And I always just see it as a story.
Right.
And Emily Coots, who's another really fantastic actress in this city, her and I were doing Meisner class, and her and I have really, really fantastic chemistry together when we're doing Meisner. And one day we did this one exercise, and it turned into like a bit of a story. And Sean came back to me and was like, I want to make a movie about what happened in that scene. Like, I want that scene to be the climax scene of a movie. So he was like, Kelly, you're going to write it. And Sean, Emily, and myself were going to co-produce it, the three of us. And so essentially we picked some actors we wanted to work with, and we got them in the room to do Meisner. And essentially I sat and watched them, and we kind of like paired everyone up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I went, okay, you guys are you're this relationship, or you guys are friends, and and I would kind of talk to Sean, and Sean would be like, yeah, I'm down with that. And I would kind of come up with this idea. And essentially what the framework was is it's about a young couple who live in Toronto and have like a really fantastically public relationship, like everything. They're on Instagram, they're on Twitter, they're on Facebook, and like everything's very beautiful, and they're like, they live in Parkdale and all that. And they are going to get married in this picturesque summer barn wedding. You've seen these before on Pinterest. And
I call it pint interest.
That's the one for beers,
so
right?
There were no pints.
Yeah. As in, you watch it and you're like, God, I need a drink. I hate this world. God, I hate this world. Anyway, so their wedding gets moved up 6 months, and they're forced to have their wedding in the dead of winter in still a barn. And the lead, Emily Coots, is determined to have this picturesque barn wedding. So she asks all of her friends, and I play her best friend who's been traveling for 6 months and comes back right in time for this. And she brings like friends and people who really shouldn't be together in a barn in the winter at the same time, like his brother, and then his like estranged brother, and their friends, and they go to this barn and try and set up for this wedding that it takes place over 3 days, and the wedding's gonna happen on the Sunday, and they go up on the Friday, and then shit goes down. Shit goes down.
Evil Dead.
No, not like that. It's funny though, because like every time I'm like, I could so easily make this a horror film. I just like while I was writing it, I was like, blood. I like really wanted to make it like Bruce Campbell, like Evil Dead, Saw, like just like really make it like Army of Darkness, another great movie. Yep. So it's like, if your life is public, how well do you really know each other, and can you really deal with private moments? Like the two, it's kind of like when they're up there and they have no reception, and they have no ability to like post and have validation for what their life looks like. Do they really actually know each other, and can they really sit for the rest of their lives like waking up beside each other? So it's about like how, like captured life, and how well we really know each other if we're curating all the things that we're showing people, like everyone thinks my life is fabulous right now, and I'm like, I'm the one putting that out there, like that's me putting it.
It's called advertising.
You don't see me like in my like Campbell plaid robe at home, like eating smart food popcorn and like stretching because I can't.
I'm eating pasta out of the pot.
Like
Out of the pot. I'm not going to Instagram that.
Yeah.
I totally would though.
Yeah.
Well, I might now.
See, yeah. But as a
Like
young
Brody's
actress,
face right
people.
there.
So it's a good film. It's we shot it in 2 weeks in
Nice.
Guelph in the middle of winter. It stars myself, Emily Coots, Sean Benson, Caleb Alexander, Laura Jean Korostecki, Kate
Laura
Corbett.
Jean?
We know her.
Laura Jean! Kate Corbett and Christopher Hayes, and I'm missing someone. But it's fantastic. Young
Cool.
cast. And again, like an amazing, we went off without a hitch.
Nice.
And it was just fantastic. And it was, I can't even, like.
I could establish then that I want to do all my work with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like, it's.
Well, you guys like two different sides of the process.
Yeah.
So you can just basically build a
Yeah.
complete
True.
I'm
thing.
just like, here's the film. Yeah, it's like you need to
And
work
I'll
with good
Instagram all of
relationship.
it.
Yeah. Or Pinterest it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll drink all the pints and put them on.
Pinterest.
I don't have Pinterest
I'll
yet. That
Instagram
scares
our
me.
pints.
Pinterest is like, I can't handle it. So anyway, but I'm very lucky to have worked with two groups of people who are unbelievably talented.
Mm-hmm.
Really, like Sean Benson, it's his directorial debut. He's like a big deal actor, and he is a fantastic director. And just like everyone was so positive. We lived in a house in like a barn in the middle of winter for 2 weeks. We all moved beds because there was like not enough beds for everyone, so we kind of like moved around every night. And it was bananas in Guelph too. It was like the most Canadian thing I've ever done.
Barn in Guelph.
Yeah, people better give me a grant now because I shot a movie in Guelph about Canadians being all Canadian.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if
Maple
that-
syrup and everything.
There was no maple syrup in
Damn
that
it.
movie.
No. I'm not gonna say
Or
it.
beavers or anything like that. Anyway, that's what's barn wedding. So we've submitted to TIFF, and who knows
Wicked.
what's happening with that. And it's my second feature, which is exciting. And if
Yeah.
it doesn't get into TIFF, there are tons of
Oh my God, there's
festivals
everywhere.
Well, and it's also really cool because Play played last year and all like around this time. It started in September, so all the festivals are emailing me like, "Do you have another film?" I'm like, "I do."
As a matter of
Yeah,
fact.
that. and you know, festivals are so much fun. Like they're just you go there and you're like, you people are all like me. You all like don't have any money and yet you made this thing and you're living off of a dream and your parents all hate you. Yeah.
They're so disappointed.
Yep.
They're so confused. My mother came to the Canadian Film Festival and I was like, there are 400 people here. My mother, all she cares about is clapping. It's like her, ever since I was, young, like 7 years old, and I was singing in like, I do a lot of musical theater as well, and I was singing in music competitions, or I'd have auditions. She's like, well, did they clap? Like that was like just her thing. Did they clap? That's like, whether I did well. So there's a lot of people clapping. Hopefully she should be okay with my life choices for the next 7 years.
7 years might be a little much.
Yeah.
Just
So I,
keep
like-
turning out a movie a year.
Yeah.
that'll
But
be fine.
she doesn't get it though. I'm like, she's like, so many people came. So like you've sold it. Like you're gonna sell the movie. Like you'll make lots of money. I'm like, Mom, I can't explain the indie film business to you. in 2 minutes. I'll book a U.S. national commercial and then we'll talk. And then I'll get more. I'll get paid for
Probably
that.
for smart food.
Yeah. Oh. Except for they wouldn't want to see me in the commercial because it's like this.
I just like the worst. Popcorn is the hardest thing to eat, like delicately.
Okay, but it's the
I
thing.
shovel it into
But
my
I
mouth.
just need I need something to munch on.
I get that.
You know,
When
and I
you're
don't
right,
want
yeah.
to eat.
Yep.
Okay, there's other things I could eat that'd be much worse. I could also just do like a pile of
Bacon.
cocaine or something, and I'd be fine.
That's
But I can't afford it.
But popcorn is so
Grant.
much messier than
Yeah. Don't connect those dots. I will not spend the Ontario Arts Grant on cocaine.
That's why she's applying for the other one.
Yeah, the Canadian Arts Council, which they don't care. Oh my God. I've offended.
It's out there now.
It's out there.
No pulling it back.
she doesn't love the KKK.
It's fine.
Okay, I almost spat all over the mic. Anyway, yeah, so that's barn wedding.
That's cool. I love that.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, the further I get into the class, I mean, it's funny the stuff that I am learning in class versus the stuff that I already knew.
Yeah.
Because I've been watching movies since I was 3, literally.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know, like, all these techniques that he's talking about in the class. I'm like, okay, I get that. It's just the other side of it. Like, producing, I'm not always sure what's going on there. I'm like, just give me the money so I can shoot the movie.
Yeah.
That I get.
Producing
I'm
is
learning they're not sure either.
Yeah, no. Producing is this weird, like, it is something that some people have. Like, it is a thing. I think I relate it to, like, people who just have people over. Like, when you get, like, a good host, like someone
Yeah.
who just has that kind of ability to galvanize on the right day, on the right time, for the right reason. Like, you're like, how is it always that when so-and-so has a barbecue, everyone shows up, but when so-and-so has a party, it's like, why did anyone come?
Yeah.
It's a confidence
And
in
one person over, Flynn poos on the floor.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like a confidence in relationships and a confidence in knowing the right project. Like, but producing is something that I don't think that everyone should do. But for some reason, similar to writing, everyone thinks that they should do it.
No.
Yeah.
And I would just rather, like, I would love to produce stuff that's not my own. I don't have like a ton of time to do that, but like there is a special quality that comes with someone who can hustle and get, and like we went into barn wedding. We didn't have a barn. Like, we were in Guelph at Sean's parents' house without a barn, and everyone's like, Kelly, like the barn. I'm like, don't worry.
It's there. They're building.
We'll work it out. And so Suzette, my production manager, she was like, well, how do I get a barn? I'm like, put on some makeup. No, you guy, you're not going. I know this sounds awful. Feminists are going to be like, what is she talking about? Put on some makeup, you're going to go, Suzette, you're going to go with him, and you're going to go there and you're just going to knock on people's doors and just explain all the wonderful benefits that come with, like, being in the movie business or whatever. Like, and, like, literally they were gone for half an hour and they came back with a whole barn.
Nice.
And it's about, like, just showing up. And yes, being a female helps because, like, people trust you more. I know that sounds like a terrible thing to say, but whatever. I can't.
If you don't like truth.
I don't like truth.
Then just don't listen.
Yeah, if you don't like truth. But, like, you know, it's just easier to be like, hi, hey, we got hundreds of dollars of day-old baked goods from, like, the bakery down the street when we were shooting Play, because I just went there and talked to, like, the overnight baker. I was like, instead of throwing that in the garbage, you want to put it to me? And, like, just stuff like that. It's just being ingenious and, like, and inventive and creative. Producing is a creative position. It's not just, like, finding money. Because when you don't have money, when there is no money, and that's why I say if you're broke, you then have to just find favors and things like that. Find people. It's also about recognizing a certain quality in people. Like, I don't ask people to work for free. I ask people to, like, work on a dream. Like, find people who your project will further your career. Like, that that they're excited and enthusiastic. I don't give a fuck what experience they have. I mean, I do. Like, can they turn on the camera?
That's important.
But I do care about, like, I want enthusiasm, and I don't want anyone to do me any favors. So it's like, it's a quality of being able to know when someone's a douchebag and you don't want to work with them, or someone's like a hustler. That's my little spiel on that.
I don't fall into either of those categories.
You're not, so you're fine. You'll make your movie fine.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I keep singing. That's really
It's awesome. Like, right
from
from the beginning. Right from Labyrinth.
I know. Well, The Labyrinth is so good.
Yes.
Oh, God, it's so good.
Yeah.
I want to see the movie right now. We're canceling the show. We're just going to watch
We're going to go home and
And
watch
see.
it. Yeah. And actually, I was just thinking that I do need to watch it again real soon. And Crystal. I love doing Crystal.
They're making another one.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Trying to graduate puppetry into the
We
world
know
of
some
CG.
things. It's true. I actually know some things.
Have you seen the one, though, where they didn't have the Skeksis, like, they didn't have the voiceovers over the Skeksis? Like, the original director, oh my God, it's so good. And it's freaky as hell.
Awesome.
Oh my God, those Skeksis are so scary. There's nothing scarier. There's nothing that's been made in CG that's scarier than Skeksis.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're probably right.
No, they're like the way they walk.
You know? Little bird-like heads.
And the mystics. There we go.
Yup.
Yeah. I keep just, like, talking. I guess do you have questions?
No,
Are
we keep going.
allowed to talk about Defiance?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're
Like,
a cast
without getting
of
you
them.
fired or
Without
anything?
getting
What can we say about
I'm
you?
not going to get fired. So I have a nice recurring role in Defiance.
Oh, it is recurring. Okay,
Yeah.
wicked.
I can't tell you how many episodes I'm in.
Well, there's only 13,
That's fine,
12
we'll
in the
wait and
season,
see.
so.
Yeah. But it's a really great part. I do play a castathan, so I get all, like, whited
Saw
out.
the pictures. Yep.
And just when I thought I couldn't be more white.
I know, right?
I thought I was like the girl next door.
Bring in the white.
They were like, no, you could be more white. Yeah, so it's a great part. I can't say much about it. I play a castathan. Not a lot of new castathans have come on that show, so it's kind of exciting. The casting crew is one of the best casting crews I've ever worked with. Like, something to be said for someone who's a recurring, coming on set for series regulars and feeling instantly like you are part of the team, which is bananas. That never happens. You kind of feel like you're like, oh, hi guys, like, hey. They were just like,
Get that table in the corner.
yeah, they were unbelievable. Like, and now I'm friends with them. Like, I'm legitimately friends with them. Like, Trenna Keating, I'm really good friends with.
Trenna's adorable.
We love Trenna.
Who doesn't love Trenna?
Baseball.
Baseball soon, Trenna.
Oh my God, baseball?
Yeah, do you want to come?
Yes. I'm wearing a hat. But Trenna's great, and
The
like,
wrong team.
what? Wait, who do you like?
This is Toronto.
Blue Jays.
Okay, but this is. I was really worried. I was talking about football here, man. I'm a football fan. Yeah.
Okay.
No, New York Giants. As long as you're like, I just was worried you had a football team, and I was also worried they'd be Dallas, but they're not, so we're okay.
No, we're good.
We're good. No, I've never been to a Jays game.
Really?
No, I haven't done that thing. I used to play baseball, but I find it as a spectator sport not that.
Well,
fun.
we went with Trenna and her husband Alden and Nicole.
Ah, nice.
Who's
Oh,
just
Nicole.
adorable. Yeah.
Nicole and I, we were in a scene together, and as she was talking, I was like, oh my God, Nicole, you and I were in a play together when you were 11 and I was 16.
What? What?
And she was like, what?
Are you guys doing that method thing?
Yeah. That is
Listen and repeat.
Yeah, she was like, what? And then I was like, oh my God. You and I studied together at the Lyric School of Acting in Vancouver, and we were in Crimes in the Heart, and you played my little sister. And do you guys know the play Crimes in the Heart?
It rings a bell, so I
really.
think
Okay.
I know it.
But there's a scene where a young girl tries to put her head in the oven, and I'm a little sister, and I have to say, babe, why you put your head in that oven? And her mom was there, and she was 11, and I had to be like, this is really awkward, but like we're doing this scene where your daughter puts her head in the oven, and I will take care of her. But I was only like 16 at the time, so, but she was so cute. She was like the cutest kid ever. And then she got all like womanly and like human-like and adult, and then we were in the scene together in Defiance, and we were looking at each other. I'm like, oh my God, Nicole. I was like, babe, why'd you put your head in that oven? And she was like, and then I tweeted about it, and fans were like, what? But yeah, I stopped Nicole from putting her head in the oven when she was
Thank
11
you
years old.
for
You're
that.
welcome. But yeah, Anna Hopkins is on the show too. She's really funny. She's my girl. Jesse Rath is really funny.
Jesse is very funny. He needs to come on the show, but he is very funny.
He's very funny. He does these like crazy music looping stuff on his phone.
Really?
Yeah, and he's like the biggest nerd on the planet. Like
Yeah.
you guys
I don't
need to
know.
have him on this show.
Jesse, see?
He's like the biggest nerd, and like in a good way, you know. So he was always like making like he would record sounds of the cast talking backstage, and then he would turn it into like if your mother only knew, and like all that stuff. That is the last time. That's like the only music reference I can make for that. But he's really cool, and just everyone's like Tony Curran was awesome to work with, and
Did he invite you to go golfing?
no.
Okay.
Is that a euphemism for something?
No.
Okay, because he's like happily married. No, Tony is.
Baby recently.
I know.
He was,
He's
yeah.
got the cutest baby ever. Oh my God, I'm talking about Tony Curran's baby. So cute. Her name is Bo.
Bo.
And yeah, it was like just the best time ever, and the crew was like unbelievable. So you'll see it. I'm not gonna watch
They
it.
all like being on set.
Yeah,
I think
they
is the
really
thing.
do.
Like,
Yeah.
Everybody's passionate about making a good show. So.
Yeah, and it's also, I think, maybe the fact that like everyone's in heavy prosthetics or everyone has crazy hair and makeup. You spend a lot of time just in these rooms, like killing time,
Yeah.
waiting for like yourself
Yeah.
to become more white or something. And like the second day, I was standing there just like basically naked, just being airbrushed with like white paint, and I was like, "Hey guys, I'm Kelly." But yeah, just great people, and I can't say anything about what happens to my
That's
character.
right. Because I think, if I have my dates right, premiere is next 19th, next week.
That's
And this will go up Monday, so whatever that Monday is. What is that? I can't do the math.
good
anymore.
timing with the
What is
internet.
today?
16th? I don't know, whatever that is. But
Today is-
so that means some of the secrets we already know about season 2 will, in fact, be enclosed in our post that comes out on the 19th for our set visit,
Boom, boom.
which included interviews with Jesse Rath and Julie. Julie was in there, I think.
Julie was
Ben.
there.
And of course
was
Grant,
there.
yeah, who totally remembered us, which was great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's always nice when
Yeah.
people remember you. Yeah.
He's like, "Hey," I'm like, as soon as he left
And
the
we
room, he's
saw
like, "He
Trenna.
remembered us."
Everyone
But
is
she was in full makeup
Yeah.
and everything, and I'm like, I don't feel like I've really seen you.
Everyone has like different accents on that
They
show
really
too.
do.
Yeah.
You're always like, wait, where are you from? Yeah, Trenna's great. I think I'm gonna be watching it with Trenna somewhere at her place or whatever. She does like a.
We know where that is, Trenna, so don't expect us not to show up.
I haven't even
It's a
tried
double
it.
negative, by the
I
way.
already have an invite to watch the premiere at Liz's.
I didn't get an invite from anybody, so fuck all of you.
I'm sure Trenna will want you there.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
I'm gonna like live tweet it, even though like I don't even know how to do that yet. So I'm gonna. I tried to like live tweet the Tonys last night. And
Trenna's done it though.
Oh.
She
Yeah,
got tweeted
yeah.
last year a few times.
But like, does it just mean that you just
Yeah, you just tweet.
You
while
just
it's
tweet
in.
while
Yeah.
it's on.
Yeah, say,
Christian?
And
What'd you
try
think
not
of
to
that
spoil
line?
any
Yeah.
For people who haven't watched it yet
Yeah.
or aren't in this.
I saw
episode or
Christian
whatever.
doing live tweeting, and he was good, but like he has some work to
And
do.
no talking about this week's episode because I haven't seen it yet. So
I won't say anything.
No problem.
I know
Last
some.
week's was
Yeah,
big.
Right?
This week's was big.
it's never not big.
There's only 2 episodes left.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Oh
I'm
my
excited.
God.
Although it's very cool because I'm down to the last 3 episodes of rewatching Defiance.
Oh.
Because I finally got the Blu-ray and finally had time to kind of squeeze it in there and watch it before season 2 starts. I'm like, man, this show is so good.
If you could be an alien, which one would you be?
You mean for Defiance?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, because there's different aliens, but anyway.
Oh yeah, I don't mean just like
E.T.
no.
Oh.
It's the ugliest alien. Yeah, what kind of alien would you like to be on?
On the
Defiance?
show? Oh man, That's tough because I'm definitely not suitable for a Castithan at all. You know what? I'd have to go Arathian.
They're badass. They're
They are.
badass.
But Castithans are really sexy, so if it came with
So
me
also
just
not
somehow
me,
magically
so.
being sexy, then that's what I
You could be a Castithan. They put on a white wig.
I am pretty white.
And you
It's
could
like
be more white.
Freckles would still poke through. But
No, the makeup is like unbelievable. They just like it's crazy. They put like 3 layers of different white stuff on you.
How long did that take?
Like 2 hours.
All right.
Yeah.
Because, some people are in that chair for like 4 hours or whatever.
Yeah, like I know Trina has to be in there for a while. She's a champ.
she has to
she
emote
totally
with just
is.
her eyes.
So much emoting, but she's so funny.
ridiculous.
She's
so
so
funny.
funny.
Yeah.
I know. She emotes with like such small. I know. Actors are phenomenal. Phenomenal emoters. See,
Yeah.
that's the situation with Defiance. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Love me some Defiance.
Maybe I'd be into Jean because no one would recognize me if I came back
Or
on the show.
little
later.
Liberatos.
Mhm.
Of course, she might be a little tall for those.
Hmm.
Yeah. Or a Volge. You could just be a Volge.
I could be.
You could be like
asshole.
Yeah, that was an insult.
That was
You could be a hellbug.
Just so you know.
You just like go underneath the grass and just like rustle around and we don't ever see you.
And I'll just shoot you with some
We just like we cause shit in the forest and we never get to see you, so it's just about your hellbug.
We run you over with her.
Yeah.
With the roller.
Sometimes we show
Oh.
up in the dark in the basement and we get blown up a bunch with ray guns. They're not called ray guns. I don't know what
No,
they're
they're
called.
not.
I'm sorry, what are they called?
Well, I know that
Plasma guns.
Nolan's is a wolf. His is a wolf something.
Yeah.
Yeah, wolfhound or something like that.
It's
Best-
badass either way.
Best freaking looking gun ever. It's got to fall out of that holster all the time though.
Best freaking looking gun ever. Machine gun noise. Go.
What?
Make a machine gun
Why would I
noise.
make a machine gun noise?
You're a guy.
Yeah.
So you know
Oh,
how
so you're just gonna go pew 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 and.
No,
have
I'm
me
just
expected
saying
to-
I have this theory that there you go. There you go. Every guy, no matter what their upbringing or where they came from, can make a
Of course they
machine.
can.
Yeah.
Of course they can.
That's why I just asked
Whereas
you.
if you're a girl, it's like pew 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 pew.
Pew, 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 pew. No, I always just spit a bunch.
All right, let's hear it then. I want to hear it.
I don't have a good one. It's like
Okay, that one's all right.
I can't make the clicking noise. I
What's
can't
with
do
the
it.
tongue? Now you're drilling something, so I don't know.
I grew up with like 3 brothers and like
So you've got a handle
17
on it.
cousins who were all dudes. I was like the first female like granddaughter after like a million boy cousins. And we played I grew up in BC and we played swords all the times and like
Heck yes.
Dungeons and Dragons and 5th Age and magic cards and like we'd go up to the forest and come back bloody as hell. And my mother would be like, "You guys aren't actually like touching each other with the wooden swords." And I'm like, "Mom, how are you gonna know if you've hit someone? How are you gonna know if you stab someone? You gotta touch them. It's not real metal." So we'd like literally like we'd do sword fighting and we'd poke it would come back and I had scars all over my stomach. We had to stop though because one of my cousins, Jessie, actually got her eye almost poked out by a bow and arrow. 'Cause
we made bows and arrows all the
of course.
time.
And then my cousin was like, "This will be a smart idea." The arrow was shooting and it was not weighed down enough. So he's like, "What if I just took a nail and just like duct
Oh,
taped
dear
to the front
God.
and hit Jessie square in the nose?" And then we were all like, "Jessie, you can't tell anybody. We won't be able to
Ever.
play sword fighting." And she came down. She had like some bloody face, and my aunt was like,
Faces bleed a lot too.
"Oh yeah," and she still has a scar. And we were like, "Take one for the team, Jessie. This is like Fight Club. No one talks about it, you know." And she didn't. Well, she did. Actually, she was great. She was like, "I fell directly on my nose and have like a nail-shaped scar hole from the fall." So anyway.
Craziest thing.
Yeah. But I was just like, I was, a tomboy and still am, and just, I'm
That's
a nerd.
hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I'm pretty tough in that way, I guess so. But then I have like really long nails, so
Yeah, well.
I'm like subverting it all.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's like Catwoman, like Natalie Wood.
Wolverine has long nails too.
There you
Those
go.
aren't nails, those are claws.
Yeah.
It's not gray, it's
Snick, snick.
silver.
It is silver.
Chink chink.
Yeah. The sword is
great.
wood, it's not metal. Yeah. That was just I just thought that was the silliest question. You guys are just like marking each other. I'm like, no. How am I going to know if I kill Graham? How am I gonna know if I
There's a squeal of pain.
Yeah.
How are we gonna
How's he gonna know if I slashed him across the stomach and like tore his Achilles heel? Which is what you do. And then he'd be like, ah, and you'd be like, there, you're dead. Lie down.
He has to know when to
He
drop.
has to know when to die. Family
Wow.
matters.
Wow.
Yeah.
I cut your leg off. I still got one.
we had so many concussions. It was like it was bananas. But I just like want so bad to be cast in. Like I feel like my cast-a-than role is like secretly also my audition for Game of Thrones.
Okay.
As
There
like
you go.
as like a Targaryen or as a like the other one, the white Daenerys. What are they called?
Those are the Targaryens.
Oh, Targaryens, yes, or the Lannisters.
There you are.
They're the less white, but they're like
The
more
Tony
naturally.
Sub-white.
I'm the sub-white. I'm already like a Lannister, and I could be a Targaryen. But I just want to ride horses and have shields and sword fight, and because I already know how to kind of do it, well enough.
Well,
But
then write it.
I know, but that's a high budget,
Write
yo.
it.
It's a high budget.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's funny because I was just looking at what was I looking at today? Because I do a trailer like for every day, so I'm kind of scheduling ahead. Beastmaster.
Oh yeah, Mark Singer.
Probably not that high of a budget.
Mm.
Nothing against Don Coscarelli, who we love and have in fact interviewed.
Ooh.
Awesome. Come back to Toronto soon. But yeah, it's just I'm thinking if I watch that now, I probably think it was so low budget.
Yeah, it's like when you watch Terminator or.
I love Terminator.
Yeah, I love Terminator too. I have thought I'm a big fantasy novelist reader. I've thought of adapting a couple. I think I don't know if I mean I didn't know I had the ability to write movies until like a year ago. So like that's like
Sure.
So I feel like adapting a screenplay might. I don't know if my brain would fully be capable. I don't know if that's like a. I tend to love original ideas and coming up
Yeah.
with like
Yep.
that part that I don't know if taking someone's idea and just kind of molding it for the cinema to be something that
That
I
could
would be able
work.
to pay attention to. But there's a couple fantasy novels that I would just die for there to be a movie about, like The Lies of Locke Lamora. Have you read this?
I have no idea what that is.
The Lies of Locke Lamora. Scott Lynch. Oh, it's like crack.
So I
It's such
feel
a
like
good
I've
book.
been cursed.
Or like I'd love to make like Ursula Le Guin's Lieutenant Darkness into a movie.
Okay, that one I do know.
Yeah, that's a badass movie.
Because Trina that was the one Trina was talking about and reading. Yeah.
Oh, why was she
Nice.
reading that?
She and Jamie were doing some kind of
Book club.
Yeah.
Book club. That's a good book
What's
club.
that?
Book club. I love those books, and there's a couple other fantasy novels that I've read where I was like, oh, this would be such a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like the Fiona of Our Tapestry. Come on, you guys.
Nope,
are not,
don't know that one.
aren't you nerds? What's happening here?
I'm more of the sci-fi angle.
Ah.
I'm currently rereading some of Arthur C. Clarke, so there's that.
Okay, like Ender's Game and all that stuff. Like
That's
you.
Orson Scott Card, but okay.
Okay, I know that. I know the but I mean, like, are you reading like that stuff?
I've read those
like
ones,
the Ursia series or like E.M.M. Banks.
I'm reading the Expanse series by James S.A. Corey, and they're just fantastic.
Yeah.
I came across them on a list that says 10 fantasy/sci-fi book series that should be a TV show. And this was on there. And I'm like, cool. And I was about 3/4 of the way through the book, the first one. There's a trilogy so far. When it was announced that this has been picked up for series.
Of course. Of
I'm like,
course.
wicked. I'm
Yeah.
going to be so ahead of everybody else watching the show just like I was with Game of Thrones.
I mean, I read a lot of sci-fi as well. Like sci-fi and fantasy is my jam. And I like The Chrysalids by John Wyndham.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
know why they've made that. I think they made David Triffids a movie.
I think
Yeah.
they did too.
A couple times.
But I think they could make a better one.
Yeah.
And like the E.M. Banks.
I tried to get through the first one. I'm going to have to try again.
Try again.
Yeah.
You can actually, the first two books you don't necessarily have to read them in any order. China Melville has some good sci-fi stuff. Well, that's more fantasy. But I love like Dune.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Dune.
I read the whole Sword of Truth series,
Oh.
and then they started making that into a TV show,
Yeah.
which is a secret. But it didn't really. I watched like the first 3 episodes, and I'm like, this is nothing like the book.
I'm
Yeah,
done
yeah.
with this.
You're already changing stuff.
What's a good fantasy? Well, a sci-fi book that I read that I think there's Past Watch: The Redemption of Christopher Columbus by Orson Scott Card.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
a bunch of people come to the conclusion that if Christopher Columbus didn't discover the New World, then the present future would be in utopia. They've just like come to this conclusion,
Huh.
so they decide to like go back in time and try and fuck with shit. And It's a good book.
I love a good time travel story.
Orson Scott Card, though,
Yeah, right?
he's got some
Yeah,
issues.
he does have some issues.
What about the people who already lived here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the
People already lived here.
Yeah. Orson Scott Card, I don't want to give him
Remember,
my
you
endorsement.
gave them all those
No.
diseases when you landed.
Yeah, as much as I love the book Ender's Game, which it's one of my favorite books, I can't endorse.
No,
Yeah.
I renege my endorsement. Give it more to Ursula
Sorry,
Le Guin.
buddy.
Back to her. She's the best. There's also like, oh man, what was that one book I read that was so good? So good. Oh man, you have to read The Lies of Lockmore.
Okay.
Don't even.
Send me a link
Or
or whatever.
have you not read do you not read fantasy novels at all?
It's got to be like something that's really going to catch my interest.
Okay.
I will read almost anything. It just has to hold my interest.
Okay, The Fiona Bar Tapestry
Okay.
by Guy Gabriel Key.
Okay, I know the name.
Yeah, he's from Toronto.
Get out of
He's
town.
yes. The book starts in the Convocation Hall at U of T with a bunch of law students who are lawyers and stuff, and then they get like swept into this other realm. And
Okay.
that sounds really campy, but it's actually really well done. And it's kind of like Lord of the Rings, except for like adults. And there's a bit more No, I love Lord of the Rings. Like
Okay.
don't even.
Don't even.
It's more for adults than, say, Hobbit.
I'd say Lord of the Rings is for adults, but I think Lord of the Rings also had like a number of different agendas. Like it had political agendas, it had like social
Okay.
class systems,
I'm
all the
with
time.
you.
This is more like it follows the tradition of it. Like there's an entity that's evil and it's been under a mountain for a while, and now like essentially if these people don't sort out their shit, then everyone's gonna die, you know?
Okay.
And but I mean it's more adult than Lord of the Rings, as in like there's like romance and there's things involved that are like, and they're humans that are like dealing with like human issues on top of
Right.
that.
Okay.
Where I find Lord of the Rings is very much like honor, self-worth, Sam Gamgee, blah blah. You know, I mean I love Lord of the Rings. Don't even. I read the appendix. I've read the Silmarillion. Like, stop it.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Don't even. Sci-fi books. I love talking about sci-fi books so much.
I'm getting that. That's awesome. Because I keep meaning to find, because I'm not one of those ones who, I don't like the big, which is weird because I love a sci-fi movie, but I'm not into the whole big, that's an alien culture and blah blah blah. I'm more about I want to get out. I want to be the exploring part.
Okay.
Like Rendezvous with Rama by Arthur C. Clarke.
Yeah.
That series just blew me away, and I was like, this is what I want.
I'm
for
about
sci-fi.
I'm about to blow your mind.
Oh man.
I call it Orwellian sci-fi
Okay.
because I feel like I'm not like into the robotic arm section. I'm into the like philosophy in the future in terms of like what really would like social innovation do to social conflict or people and
Okay.
how they interact and how they get, you know, less involved in like, you know, I mean, I love Isaac Asimov, like his Foundation series, like you read it and you're like, okay, I get it. You just developed the damn genre. Okay. Oh, we're skipping 3,000 years. Okay. I just got attached to that character. Oh, that character's children's died. No problem. Don't care about them anyways. Oh, now we're in a new religious world. And it's like that, you know, that fucking book, that series.
Also on my Kindle. So.
Yeah, Isaac Asimov. Jesus. He had no sex in his life. Let's be honest.
It would have gotten written into the book.
Yeah, it would have. Did not get rid of the book. But the best modern sci-fi book, I would call Orwellian sci-fi, like similar to like 1984, it's like the future, but this shit's going for, is Jasper Ford's Shades of Grey.
Oh, okay, I know Jasper Ford.
Oh, it's so
Or
good.
it is the books with Tuesday.
Thursday, next Thursday.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You know how funny and innovative he is? Like, he's super smart and comes up with like the weirdest ideas, and then he leaves like these little non sequiturs, and you think that they're just being weird and quirky, and then like 2 books later,
pay
he's
off.
like, yeah. This book is a first of 3 series, and I don't mean to give you. I always hate when people suggest books that are the first of series because I was like,
No, I'm good with series.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if you made it through the Wheel of Time alive, but
I haven't
I
even started it yet.
don't, because he dies, and his son writes the rest of the books.
That's right.
So don't.
I read Eye of the World, but that's the only one that
I read 8 of them.
Oh, man.
8 of them.
And now you just feel cheated.
Well, now I have a couple more.
But if you haven't read the Expanse ones, pick those up.
I'll read those, yeah.
Because it's not Firefly. Well, it's kind of Firefly-esque in that it's a small crew that kind of gets pulled together
It
and
doesn't.
stuff. And I'm just like, this is cool. But it's all set within our solar system because
Yeah.
we don't have the technology to get out of our solar system. I'm like, this is awesome.
How hot was Christina Hendricks on Firefly?
So hot.
So hot. That was like the hottest. Oh, she was so hot. And then just when she couldn't get hotter, she was on Mad Men. But damn, she was hot on that show. I'm just like, yeah. I guess we should talk about movies again. But anyway, yeah.
That's
Firefly.
That's
Firefly.
She
fantastic.
wasn't in the movie.
I mean, talk about film. We're like really going on a book.
No,
rabbit
this is
hole.
good. This was actually really nice
Yeah.
chat,
I'm
with,
super-
especially with the books, because now I've got stuff to look
Shades
for.
of Grey, man.
Okay.
Not to be confused with 50 Shades of Grey.
No,
Not same
let's
book.
not do that.
Nope, not even
Let's
close
not do that
to.
at all.
No.
What is she giving me? Oh my god.
She said she wanted more sex in Lord of the Rings. Isaac Asimov is sexless. Clearly.
I think she was hitting on me.
I don't understand. No, that's fantastic.
Mhm.
Now, of course, we didn't get it posted on the site because we've only got the one title running tonight. But people can find you on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I want more followers on Twitter.
Me too.
Is that a thing? It's like just generally people want more. How many followers
course.
do you have?
I've got 670-ish.
That's pretty good. I have 500 and something.
I think she's got more than me.
I haven't looked in a long time. I don't know what I've got.
You gotta have
She's
more
too cool
soon.
now to look.
I don't know how to.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out the Twitter thing.
Okay.
I try to like phase out the Facebook,
Okay.
phase in the Twitter.
I know I can't follow any more people until I get more followers. So I would like more followers as well.
There you go.
We'd like more followers.
But they can find you at, what is it?
Oh,
At-
Kel McCormack.
There you are.
KelMcCormack. Twitter at Kel McCormack. And my website is kellymccormack.net.
Yep.
I didn't get a .com or a .ca.
There. Who cares? It's a .net. .net will work.
I don't know, but that's less classy.
You're right, because you should check us out at themindreels.com. Bam!
Damn it. Oh.
Smithy.tv.
Kelly, that was awesome.
Oh.
That was exactly what we wanted
Oh,
when you came in.
good.
And I love that we got off on that tangent about books because, like I said, we've got stuff I can
Yeah.
write down now, which is great.
No, this is my jam.
Right? And where else would you been able to talk about, that kind of stuff? right?
No, and like I feel like being on like Defiance and stuff like that, like, or just being a nerd. I don't like I feel like I portray, I'm portrayed in a certain way, like, in the,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
actors, but I'm like the biggest nerd on the planet, and my life is not very glamorous. I'm just like crushing fantasy novels and sci-fi novels at home,
Nothing
and like
wrong with that.
eating smart food popcorn, and that's like what I want to talk about.
Yeah?
But everyone's just
See?
like, your life is how
No way.
was this event? How was that event? I want to talk about.
Let's talk about this paperback right here.
Popcorn involved.
No, and that's totally what we love about our show is that we get a chance to talk to people
Cool.
like that.
Next time you're on, we're just gonna have a big bowl
Right?
of smart
Right
food
there.
right in the middle
You'll
of the
see me like
table.
this.
and we'll all just be like,
There's something about like the it keeps you like awake. It's like chewing gum. I don't like chewing gum, so I think it's that.
Maybe.
It's like the staying. I'm doing a lot of this, like I'm like some sort of chipmunk.
That's great. So we got a huge endorsement from McDonald's last week.
Yeah.
We're getting an endorsement from Smart Food this week. Come on, people.
And we reneged on Orson Scott Court.
Yeah. Although
Yeah.
it's still a great book. So read
Still
the
a great book, but like, dude, stop being an asshole.
Gotta separate the art from the artist.
Exactly.
The Death of the Author by Roland Barthes. It's a really good essay. You guys should read it. The Death of the Author by
Apparently
Roland
I'll
Barthes.
spew smart food at my nose.
So Kelly, that was great.
Yes.
And everybody watch for on Defiance. Keep an eye out for Barn Wedding. And if you haven't seen it, find
Play the film, yeah, which will be in theatrical soon. Can't tell yet.
Hilarious.
That's at playthefilm.com. And Barn Wedding is barnweddingmovie.com.
Okay.
And that's it.
Awesome.
It's all my social
Great.
media. So much social media.
Great. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Sue,
Tim.
awesome show.
Thanks
for
for
everybody
having me.
watching at home. Thanks for watching. It was great. Your staycation is almost over.
I know.
Sue has a new puppy.
I do.
His name is Brody.
He's awesome. I love him.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a Yorkie.
I have a boxer named Floyd.
They should hang out.
They should be besties.
On that note, everyone, thank you for watching and good night. And now it's actually going to keep running while I go over and turn off the broadcast and things. So
I'll provide.
Enjoy the behind the scenes. I am shocked that it's music. Stunned,
He
frankly,
goes
stunned.
through the dun, 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 dun. These are really sweet mics.
Aren't they great?